Hey, what's going on, guys? Sorry for the late upload. We did have an emergency in the family and a surgery in the family come up, so I'm sorry this one's behind. We do apologize. We will have the bigger in-depth episode for Skinwalkers coming up. Stay tuned. I can't say if this will be this week or the following. Just depends on how this family emergency stuff pans out. Thank you again for the support. We love and thank you all. On to the story. I lived alone in a small house in a small town in New Zealand, far away from the biggest region, Auckland. This all happened around 6.5 years ago, so some parts may be altered as I can't vividly remember this incident, when quite frankly, I should. This was one of the scariest incidents that had occurred in my lifetime, even until now. It all started when one morning, I decided to open my front door to go and buy groceries that I had forgotten to purchase from the local market. That started around 8:30 a.m. every day, even on weekends. Instead, I found the strangest thing waiting for me outside. Lying on the center of my doorstep was a small USB flash drive, so small that I nearly stepped on it. At first, I was confused and took a second to look around if anyone was pranking me. You know how those teens are these days, I thought. When the outside of my house was dead silent, the questions began to flood into my head. Who put that there was the obvious first thought. It was just a generic USB stick, no label or anything. No one would waste their time to walk up to my house, placing it on my doorstep, I thought. But that was exactly what had just happened. There was no way to know where it came from or who dropped it, or if they purposely did it for the sole purpose of someone curious and lacking common sense to plug it in. Well, I did what anyone else would do. I took it inside and thought it'd be smart to plug it into my computer. The device was full of pictures, in fact, nothing but pictures. Dozens of them filling every tiny space the USB could hold. I then opened the first picture and clicked through all of them in order. The first few were just shots from around town, general places that I recognize and pass through sometimes when I'm taking my morning stroll around the park. The fourth image was taken in our town's busiest street. In the image, the street was full of people, but there was somebody in it that caught my attention immediately. Me. The image showed me in amongst the crowd, just minding my own business, buying groceries for my barbecue a day ago. Well, at first I thought, this was a small town. Was it just a coincidence that I was in the picture? The fifth image had been taken on the same day. Again, it was taken in our town. Again, I was in it. The photographer was closer to me this time, a little too close, I thought. Whoever had taken these pictures of me, I hadn't noticed them at all at that time. Next came several more pictures of me in various locations around town, then something more chilling, a photo of a house. My house. It was nighttime in that image, and the living room light was on. I clicked through the next image. It was another image of my house, this time taken even closer. Through the living room window, you could see me sitting on the couch on my phone. I could tell from the clothes I was wearing that it had been taken the night before, right after I'd taken a shower. I had no idea somebody had been outside watching me. I kept clicking through the images on the drive, photo after photo of me inside my house, taken from just outside my window. Because it was so light inside and dark outside, I was totally unable to see that someone was there watching me from out there. I couldn't see them, but they could see me clear as day. They didn't even need to use the camera light. After 20 or so pictures of me inside my house, there came a real curveball, an image taken from inside my hallway. The man or woman or whoever was taking these pictures of me had been inside my house the night before. There were photos of my living room, now lightless and empty, obviously taken after I'd gone to sleep. Photos of my kitchen, of my dining area, my stairwell, and several taken as the unknown figure ascended my stairs towards where I was sleeping. My brain started to run wild with thoughts about who had been following me. Had I wronged someone in the past? Said something wrong to some guy? Was this just some weirdo who decided to target me? Were they armed when they came to pay me a visit? Whatever the case, somebody had come inside my house at night and taken pictures of all my rooms, including my bedroom. The second to last picture was of me, fast asleep in bed, totally oblivious to the person in my home. The final image was just a handwritten note framed in close-up. The message simply read, "Never hide a spare key under your doormat. I have since moved houses."